Welcome to my Planet Coaster 2 park, Smith's Grove. I'm going to give you a brief update tour here of the park, hopefully not too brief, along with some ride POVs. I am sick today, so I'm home from work, and I thought this is a good enough thing to do when you're sitting on your butt just feeling yucky. I had a little bit of an issue with my medication, and but I'm good to go now. I just need to recover a bit. So we have the entrance here. I did show this in the last episode, but for anybody who might be new, consider subscribing if you aren't. And share the video. Help share the love. It gives it a little more, reach whenever you share it. This ride here, I haven't named this yet. Maybe you guys can in the comments. This ride would make me sicker than hell in real life. There's the train in the background. Smiling Oma, if you're watching, and I know that you are. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have your blueprint put into the train ride yet. So I did ride that train ride. If you guys don't know what I mean, you didn't watch the last video all the way to the end. I saved a little bit of a surprise in that video for the people who stuck around. So, once again, go back to that video, watch all the way to the end, and you'll understand why I'm saying that to Smiling Oma. Check out this warning sign, by the way. These are all over the park. I love this. I made this in Canva. With some editing tools. I think it looks fantastic. Now, that brings me to my central kind of topic of discussion. So you guys know, if you're following the channel for any length of time, that I prefer to talk about a controversial topic each video. And in this video, we're going to talk about the use of AI and how much AI you should or shouldn't be using for your creative endeavors. Now, I am pro AI. I'm going to make sure I make that clear right out of the gate. However, I empathize with the people who are anti-AI, and you certainly have valid points. Ooh, there's some lag there. But for the purpose of discussion, I'm going to talk about maybe a nice middle ground way that you can use AI if you're not completely comfortable with using it in your creative endeavors. It's a comfortable way you can do it. And while we go, I'm going to talk about all the little things. Now, those statues sitting outside there, made by Tinky, I absolutely love and am obsessed with them. And they are going to share some of the space here in the park. I do get to add some falling leaf effects and some flower petal effects to a few areas just to increase the ambiance. Here's the accelerator. You guys have been on this before on the channel. This is a fun ride. There will be a line of shops here that have a colonial or small town kind of vibe to them. Just haven't gotten around to building them yet. Here's some great tables just to sit at. Originally there was a flat right here, and there was a discussion on the Module 7 Discord, which if you're not a member of that, go ahead and join. We do all kinds of fun stuff. Link is in the description. Anyway, they were talking about how the flat ride that was here kind of blocked this view right here of this this incredible roller coaster that sits over top of the town taxi ride. And I moved that ride way back there because the rocking ship ride that was back there was not centered on the path. As them guys correctly roasted me about in the Discord, it wasn't centered, and this entire area looks absolutely flat. So I've done a lot. So let's walk down this pathway because I'm going to get to Town Taxi in a bit. We're going to actually ride that ride. First time, I believe. We're going to take a ride on it. But I just wanted to kind of show you the area. I am working on putting these manhole covers in. I think they're kind of interesting looking. And more foliage and kind of folding and blending a lot of the landscape into the surrounding structures. You'll see that I kind of broke up this bland wall here with some moss decals, a sign that says stay seated, some statuary, and then of course some topiary. My bad for the weird cut there in the middle of everything. I actually accidentally right-clicked on the mouse again. I'm going to have to tape my pinky to the desk while I'm doing this. I did that last episode too. So hopefully you guys can hear me better. I've adjusted some of the volume on the system. But my voice is already making my throat hurt. That was one of the problems with my medicine last night. really made my throat hurt. I got sick. There was a lot of problems. So I don't know how long I can really hold out a good quality to my voice, I guess is what you want to say. I did build these little info stands here that kind of go everywhere all over the park. I think they're cute. I absolutely love the adorable little structure, and it snaps to the grid neatly. Along with these buildings here, this is kind of the style I'm going with now. This small town colonial, Victorian, small town America, I don't know, that kind of vibe. But yeah, talking about AI though, I actually used AI to generate some of this sign, as you can tell, the roller coaster in the background. But then, you place the text and stuff on your own. I put the rust marks down, I put the bolts down, and Canva uses some AI. Now, I believe this is a pretty legit way to, if you're not comfortable using AI at all, I think this is a pretty legit way to have a nice little bridge where you can use it, but you're still you. You're still holding out your creative endeavors. And of course, people that like to use AI, you can probably generate this entire sign that way. But yeah, weigh in on the comments on AI usage. Look at this shop though, Pops. I love Pop's Malt Shop. The cool thing is, this was generated by AI, and then I took the picture into the game here, and I built the shop by looking at the picture. It's not a dead ringer. It's not an identical match to what the image was, but it does give me enough creative leg work that I can actually go through and construct something, and then I can go off of there with my own creativity. One of the things that held me back in the past with building structures in the game was not quite knowing where to put what. It's not intuitive. If you're very good at building structures, you really should probably know it's not intuitive, you're special. And I happen to not get that particular gene. So shirts are backwards, and whatever they bought cost $44.80, which is nuts. Yeah, Pub Steiner, neat little place. Some arcade games here. It never dawned on me until I was watching someone's video. It might have been Nerd Chacho, and it was all about it was just a casual placement of a random arcade game, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's revolutionary. That's crazy. Never would have dawned on me. So that's pretty cool. My voice is starting to get hoarse. Anyway, back here is Phoenix Rising. I believe we've ridden that before on the channel. If not, at some point I will ride it. I'm so excited though to ride Ripsaw with you guys. This was created by Reach. Reach is a member of the Discord, a wonderful community member, and has his own channel. And I'm going to collaborate this video because Reach did this entire video about building this. And I did a little bit of voiceover work in that video. It was a lot of fun. That video was a lot of fun. It really was. Tagged pathing, which after talking to Reach, I'm probably going to limit this in the park. It doesn't cause a noticeable amount of lag, but over time it could. And piece count's going to be crazy. Got these cute little trash cans I'm putting everywhere. I'm getting far more adventurous about building custom things. These lamps, putting in fences, things like that. So expect more of that coming up. Let's ride Ripsaw. We're going to take the queue line because the queue line is extensive. And I think you guys are going to love this. Plus you get some great views of the park and the ride. And I do apologize if I jitter while I'm walking. I never knew it until I was rewatching a video. Let's take a ride on Ripsaw. Absolutely fantastic coaster. Thank you so much, Reach. That thing is lovely. Now, if you guys do see a little bit of a lag every now and then, it means I was in the middle of saying something and couldn't creatively edit it out. But it is generally where I have a save spot, because I have some bad storms in my area frequently anymore, and it causes power outages without warning, and I lose progress. So this area here is going to be an arcade coming up. I'm going to turn the upper floor of this building here, this section, into a narrow kind of gaming center and work on the pathing through here, and maybe have some seating so you can sit and watch this beautiful coaster go through here. Man, that thing is a delight. I mean, it is a delight. So we're going to actually come down here and we're going to tour this side over here. So I'm going to show you here. There's a Latte Love over here. Nice little shack that's just set up for, for some lattes, for some love. Look at that roll in that ride right over top of that roof line. That is just fantastic. I love that so much. I really do. That is such a cool feature. Here's one of these little hopping rides. Let's see if we can get like a view. I hear the coaster. I don't know if it's close enough that we're not gonna like stand here like all awkwardly for like a couple minutes. Certainly seems to be that way, right? Oh, look at that. Oh, that is lovely. And I requested that because I am super saddened by the soon potential loss of Air Force One in Atlanta's Fun Spot. Annoys me to absolutely no end that they're doing that. And it has an arcade roll. And I was like, can we do that, please? Let's see if I can jump on board the ride. There we go. Let's enjoy this ride now on Town Taxi. It is such a simple ride, but it is a lovely ride. It really is. And that street over there, that street is just, I love that street. I really do. I'm going to be working on ride signs next. I think that's probably my next phase of this development of this park will be ride signs. There's one or two more buildings I want to work on here. One that it's a major change is Zany's Gifts is no more. It was converted into this building, which I'm working on applying Geller Green Broccoli's suggestion, and I believe Moom and Little Sock's Discord, about having it recolorable interior walls in a shop and how beneficial that is, along with this new hometown style and the utilization of a generative image to inspire me, not direct me, but inspire me to kind of know where to put things. And you can see it's not a dead-on match like the other building. It's not a dead-on match. You can see the Ferris wheel peeking out back there. You'll be able to load into that Ferris wheel. Actually, right around here where this guard is, you'll be able to load that Ferris wheel. And I believe it's going to exit right into the gift shop. Yield Emporium is another one. Tasty Treats. It's Yield Emporium and Bakery. And it's going to be a great little shop. I'm going to do so many cool things with this. I'm going to experiment with some fancy footwork in Planet Coaster 2. I'm going to do some interesting experiments. There is another arcade up here. The arcade that's going to go below Ripsaw up there is going to be less of a random room full of games like this is, and more or less carnival style games in a row, possibly also like milkshakes or something. Here's the train ride. This is where the last video requested things for this, and like I said, I'll be getting that in place very soon, Oma. Very soon. That's the next thing I'm going to do. It's probably going to happen today. Look at this family just having a seat here, enjoying the day. Here's a color scheme I was working on for the guards. I think it's really cool. I think it looks nice. And I think they look so much better than that gaudy bright color that they come out in. Oh, I'm stuck on a pathway. That's annoying. It really is. It's very annoying. There I got caught again. Alright, so here's a little food shack. Chief beef, of course. You know, you know. Here's Serpent, which I believe we've gone on before. And you can see here then into the back of this ride, Town Taxi. And of course that door there, which along with the barbershop quartet guy, I'm not telling you nothing. You're just gonna have to wait. And then we circle back around to here. So yeah, share your thoughts in the comments about AI. You don't have to be all, you know, AI is evil and it's going to destroy the planet. We get it. That take is already well took. But you know, at least share your thoughts, like bigger thoughts about creative endeavors, pro and against AI, whatever you want to talk about as far as that goes. That's a great topic for us to discuss in the comments. Like I said, we can really dig into it like we have before. Here's another look at Pops. Man, I love that shop. I really do. And it's, you know, honestly, it's teaching me how to be a better builder. And I know there's lots of people who say in the community you can find all kinds of people to teach you to build better. I get it, and I'm utilizing that on the Module 7 Discord. We actually have a build critique channel now where you can put your build in and then you can get your peers' feedback. And you have to post there knowing that you might get a little bit roasted in the comments. Somebody might be on you a bit about what you built, but that's part of what that place is about. So if you don't like that, post in any of the other channels, and it's against the rules to be like that to people outside that build critique channel. We've done a lot of work to Module 7. I hope you guys come over and have fun with it. We're approaching 100 members, and we're going to be working on doing something in honor of that. I know it's not a big number, but who gives a damn? I mean, it's a nice number, and it's a lot of great people who really have a fun time together, and we just want to be part of the Planet Coaster 2 community. Just like I am trying to be more present in a lot of the Discords I'm in, I'm trying to be more present because I want to be more of a part of the overall Planet Coaster 2 community. I know there's a lot of people from the past with my channel who had controversial takes they didn't like that I went through. Things, you know, that were said and done. I'm just asking you to just, like I said in my community video, let's just forgive and forget. Move on. We can move on, you know, and we can work on just having a better time as a community, you know, enjoying each other. I'm a fun guy to be around. I try to be, really do. But yeah, Town Taxi's not a big ride. Town Taxi, that isn't a big ride, but the park overall is not a big park. In fact, let's zoom out here to aerial view. Well, the controls go nuts. And that's all there is to it here. It is actually, I don't know if you saw in the first episodes of this, it's seated on one of the challenge map or one of like the pre-made frontier maps. And actually this barn is the one that's in the game when you first load this map. And I re-engineered it. I altered parts of it all over the place on it to kind of fit what I was doing with it. But I thought I would keep it. It's like paying homage to the original park. But yeah, no fancy cinematics, no crazy intro, outro, all that other stuff. That's not my style. That's not how I usually do things. I'm Planko and Chill, aka Jason, aka Planko and Chill. And if you enjoyed this today, be sure to let me know in the comments. It really helps. And I really think the video that's on the screen right now is one that YouTube thinks you should watch, and I may be biased, but I support that decision.